Hey to all my homeowners out there that are either considering or contemplating selling your home. 9-part series on the steps to take when preparing your home for sale or for the sales process. We've gone through 4. This is step number 5. If you missed any of the previous videos, you can check them out. There'll be a link in the description below. And before I get into step number 5, I guess I should remind you, my name is Daniel Frankson, Atlanta Real Estate Resource. Here to answer any questions or be any assistance to you that I can. With that said, step number 5 of the home selling process is preparing for showings. What does that look like? Now, when I say showings, that's the act of a buyer coming to your house once you're on the market to take a look, to take a closer look, right? So it sounds pretty straightforward, but there are a couple of little nuanced things that you want to keep in mind. Number one, any listing that I take, I'm going to have what's called a supra lockbox on, as the access point for the house. Supra lockbox is a kind of big, bulky blue box that can only be accessed by a licensed realtor. And I think that's key because we don't want to, I never use a combination lockbox. A combination lockbox is the one that has the little numbers. You could plug in the numbers and then get the key out of it. I would never ever use that on any listing whatsoever because, simple reason, if I use a combination lockbox and let's just say that the combination is 1, 2, 3, 4 and I give that to Bob, so that Bob can show his client. For all we know, Bob might say, hey, I'm running late, client, here's a combination 1, 2, 3, 4. You could go ahead and get the key, go ahead and get started with the showing, and I'll be there in a couple minutes, right? What we don't want now is for that combination 1, 2, 3, 4 to get told to the friend, the cousin, the mother, the father, the family dog. Now anybody has access to your property, and we just can't keep track of things like that. So the super lockbox eliminates that concern right out the gate. Can only be accessed by a licensed realtor. The other important fact about the super lockbox and why it's the only thing that I use on my listings is because once it's accessed, I get a notification directly to my phone and to my email letting me know who accessed it, what property they're accessing, the time that they accessed, and all of their contact information. So this is important because it helps me to keep track of the number of listings, how many times somebody may have shown. Another critical aspect of this is how long they may have been there at the showing. So were they there for 2 minutes? Were they there for 20 minutes? Did the system time out over an hour? All important factors, whether they were there for 2 minutes or 2 hours, this information helps to shape the questions I ask when I'm seeking feedback from the buyer and their agent to see what they thought about the property when they visited, right? So again, when it comes to showings, super lockbox, it's the only thing that I use. If you have a realtor that's adamant about using a combination lockbox, I would recommend that you ask them how do they protect or prevent, just random people from coming into the property, and why aren't they using a super lockbox. Outside of the actual access portion of things, when it comes to showing, we would have a discussion to understand, is there any particular time of day that doesn't work for you? Let's say that you work from home. Maybe you generally have meetings at 10 o'clock in the morning, and working from home, that's just not a good time for you to have showing. So that's important information for me to know. Are you good with a 2-hour notice when somebody wants to view? Do you need 24 hours notice? Is the property going to be vacant? Can agents bring their buyers over at any time? So we want to establish all of those factors so that we can put that in the special instructions on the listing so that agents know, okay, with this particular listing, I need to call Daniel, I need to get a verified appointment. Once I have a verified appointment 24 hours in advance, then I can go and access the property through the super lockbox. So again, seems simple enough, but the showing instructions is very important, and it helps us to manage and strategize properly as we go through the home selling process. So again, I hope this was a helpful step. I will chat with you guys on the next video and give you further insight on the steps in the home selling process. Be sure to like, share, subscribe, notification bell, all of them good things there. And as always, Daniel Frankson, happy to answer any questions you have that are real estate related at any point in time, 7 days a week. All right? Take care.